The Night House. Introduction. In a forgotten corner of the Saudi desert, between shifting dunes and the remains of an abandoned village, there stands a house that wakes only at night. Locals call it Beit Olail, the Night House. No one remembers who built it. It appears empty by day, silent and still. But once the sun sets, strange lights flicker inside. It was not just a house, but a door to something he was never meant to see. Whispers travel on the wind, and no animal will go near it. People have gone missing there. This story comes from a man named Adel, a surveyor from Jeddah who came to inspect land for a development project. What he found: rising action. Adel was a practical man. He didn't believe in jinn stories or old tribal curses. His work brought him to isolated places all the time. When he was told the land was haunted, he laughed and promised to finish in 2 days. The walls were decorated with calligraphy verses from the Quran, faded and cracked. He set up camp near the house, armed with maps, a drone, and a flashlight. That night, as he was preparing tea, he heard it. A wooden door creaking open. The house, empty all day now, had a faint light glowing behind its cracked windows. He saw a woman in black, sitting in a corner of the night house, whispering in a voice that wasn't hers. The front door, which had been swollen shut from age, now stood slightly ajar, a flaw that, by daylight, did not exist. The man paled when he heard where Adel had slept. Curiosity pushed Adel forward. He stepped inside, flashlight in hand. That place belonged to a woman who summoned jinn. When they turned on her, they buried her between the walls. The house doesn't want visitors, it wants witnesses. The air inside was cool, too cool for the desert. The house smelled of musk and whetstone, but it was the mirror in the hallway that caught his attention. The house pulsed with sound like it was breathing. Her hands were tied and her feet hovered inches off the ground. It didn't reflect his light or his face. And moving, it showed a different hallway entirely, one that was darker. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Osmiya Shine Fila. Escalation that night. Adel had nightmares. He woke up to find footprints in the sand leading out of the house, barefoot small. On the second night, the drone he flew over the roof captured something chilling. The shape of a figure standing on the second floor. Terrified but unable to leave without finishing the job, Adel consulted an old villager nearby. Climax. Adel returned to the house to collect his equipment, but the second he stepped inside, the door slammed shut behind him. The calligraphy on the walls began bleeding black ink. He heard the Adhan for Fajr, but it came from inside the walls, a distorted, hollow echo. Then he saw her, the woman from his dream. Only now, she stood upright, her face hidden under a veil soaked in ink. She whispered in a voice that wasn't hers, "Say Bismillah, and I will let you go." Adel froze. He couldn't speak. His tongue was locked in fear. The house began to shake. At the last second he gasped, and then silence. Ending. Adel woke up outside the house at dawn, his gear untouched beside him. The house was now just a ruin. No doors, no light, no second floor. He never returned to finish the job. The company cancelled the project, citing unstable terrain. But Adel prays now, 5 times a day. He doesn't skip, because sometimes, just before Fajr, he hears a door creak in the distance, and a voice off from beneath the sand whisper, "Come back, just one more night."